That's right. A little terrified. This is kind of violent. This is real.
Really, really real. See how that does. Whoa! Oh! Ah!
Feels good.
What's going on out there, YouTube land? Today we are with the Swolverine, Brian Cage, back in the house. How you been, man?
Doing good. You know, it's my OG Swolverine shirts too. Coincidentally, I happen to wear it. You dropped the name tag. I'm like, hey, there it is.
Good.
Hey, man, why are you stealing my lines?
Oh, my bad.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey,
what's going on?
I thought that looked a little different.
Yeah.
I know.
We got Brian Cage back in the house by popular demand, by popular request. Last time he came in, we did some deep work on him. We stuck some needles in some places.
I like the needles in the places.
Stuck some elbows in the butt, you know. Now since then he's moved to Vegas. He's not in San Bernardino area anymore. He had to head to the land of the free.
Yes.
The home of the gamblers. And he and his wife Melissa, they're out there. They got the kids, and you know he's never home because he's on the road because he wrestles everywhere, all over the world. He's doing photo shoots. He's got Redcon. You just did a shoot with them, right?
Yeah, Kai Green. Yes.
With Kai Green. So they had a lift off, and then they wrestled too. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see Kai Green in the ring moving around a little bit, Brian got him in there. So
yeah, might even see him on TNT on Dynamite maybe a little bit. Who knows?
Who knows? You never know who's going to show up. It might be Shaq. You know, it might be
Snoop Dogg. We've had
Snoop Dogg.
You know, Jorge
Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. We've had
Henry Cejudo came through.
Yes.
AEW's putting the names out there, folks. So don't sleep on them. Make sure you tune in Wednesday nights. Dynamite. My man's in there throwing people around. Got the FTW title, and we got another video we just finished up with his good friend Jade Cargill. The other muscle, the other body in the industry, and
that's
they
right. Top two body guys. That's a non-gender specific term, by the way.
Yeah, so don't cancel them. It's it's a term. So today we're gonna work on some stuff with them. We're gonna dodge some of these.
Oh, my cupping? Yeah, do we want to see? Show that? You
Some wounds that he got. This is not
I won't drop any names to bury anybody, throw anybody to the bus. But yeah, this is it's a little bit of a botched cupping job. If,
he just wants to take his shirt off.
You know, I mean, I could have just done
You know
it
what I'm saying?
I could. Let's just redo the whole intro with the shirt off.
Yeah,
Let's.
you know
This one on right there, right? It looks like some Black Plague, freaking STD on my lap there or something. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So.
And Brian's a natural bodybuilder too, and a vegan, and a CrossFitter.
And a CrossFitter. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
vaccinated. Fully
Well.
vaccinated. He's at the booster shot already too. He's at 3. He's had 3 up and down the street. So we're gonna do a couple things on him today, and ready to rock and roll. So you liking Vegas?
Oh, I love it.
You're working out of Dragon's Lair, right?
Yeah, it's the best gym on the planet.
Shout out to Flex. Got the new spot in Vegas. Try to relax completely there.
Ooh, it's always so cool. It's crazy you can feel it in your lower back from your neck. It's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
We just adopted Carlos as a new Mexican, you know?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He's been there like 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah, 3.5.
And then he jumped ship, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy, he went from Doral to Brooklyn to Albuquerque
So it's
to Vegas.
your favorite football team is whoever wins the Super Bowl every year, huh?
You know, he's a rolling stone. Wherever he lays his head is his home.
That's good. That's good.
And when he dies, all he left me is alone.
Now, what happens if you get adjusted too much? Is that
Hypermobility syndrome.
So that means you're going to tear everything?
That means your ligaments get too loose.
Let's say, so you're going to be like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon 4. And like shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah. Knocking it back into place. Yeah. I've always wanted that spot in a wrestling match. You just look at your shoulder just to go to the turnbuckle.
Pop it right back in.
Yeah, backslide back in.
That'd be pretty epic. Take that hand and reach down towards your foot. And back in. Hey, you're feeling pretty pliable now, man.
Hey.
More body work done.
I mean, this guy.
Dr. G. Dr. Gumaro. Thank you. And Dr. G's got a YouTube channel too, guys. So make sure you go show him some love also.
Oh, appreciate that.
How old are you, 31?
31? No, I'm 37.
Shit, we're the same age.
Oh, now you're feeling a little.
What's my excuse?
Yeah.
Shit. I'm over here. I'm like, yeah, I'm 40. My dad bod. Swolverine's over here just jacked and tan.
You know, well, we can't all be powerbomb and Sting, you know. So.
Damn, he just dropped it like that, bro. He powerbomb, dude. If that's like on your headstone, you're like, what's up? You ever powerbomb the Stinger? Didn't think so. Oof. My man got in a fight with the Kraken back here.
Right, the Kraken?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still here. That means I won them then, right?
Did you have calamari for dinner? Since we talked last time, so, you know, a lot of stuff's been changing. You know, they got fans back in the arena. What's it been like to have everybody live again?
Well, not everyone's there, but to have somebody there is, oh my goodness, so much better. So I'm looking forward to having it be full again, as it will for our pay-per-view at the end of the month here in May. But
buy it with your money,
right? All the monies. But yeah, when you have, it's funny because we usually do live Wednesdays, record Thursdays. So on Wednesdays we'll have people, but then on I was like, what do we do? I thought you're just like checking if my arm can go up that way. But then Thursdays there'll be nobody, so you'll be like, oh yes, people. The next day you're like, back to no people. Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. So we were talking. So you're dropping Lethal Weapon references. So you're a big Marvel fan growing up too?
Yes.
Yeah. Bodybuilding mags.
Yes. Yeah. Video games.
Dragon Ball Z anime.
No, I'm not a Dragon Ball Z. There's some animes I like, but everyone always jumps to the Dragon Ball Z because it's so over because they think I'm into that whole comic stuff. They always go, oh, Dragon Ball Z. I go, nah, I'm not Dragon Ball Z. Not a DBZ guy.
One Punch?
He's okay.
Cowboy Bebop?
No.
So which ones are you into?
What, anime-wise? There's not like an anime thing where I'm like, oh, hooked up, there's just certain anime movies. Like, okay,
The X-Men 90s.
Those are cool. But my two favorite anime movies from this kid that I also watch all the time is Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Okay.
Those are good. Those are good ones. So there's animes I watch, but it's not like an anime series or...
There's nothing...
What about Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
That is... Dude, that opening theme song, can we talk about that? Come on, that's the best.
On the real movie or the cartoon?
No, on the cartoon. It's so good. Yeah. Together the fight is one.
Okay, so he's watched it. Always.
Yes. It's so good. I was like, hold on. First episode I watched that changed my life. I was like, I'm like a little kid again.
Yeah, man. Two good seasons, and they made another one that's a different brand.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. It was so good, but it wasn't
as good.
Didn't have the same opening soundtrack.
No, yeah.
It was so, and it was cool because it was very much just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
right?
But in cartoon form.
Well, I think it came out before the actual first Avengers movie came out.
No, it did, but it was kind of like
it was leading into it.
Yeah,
you already had the Iron Man movies and the Thor, all this.
But like it's Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel, like all the characters are very relatable to the movie version.
Is that how I talk? Why are you yelling at me, sir? I'm Samuel Jackson. This is how I talk. There's snakes on a plane. Guys, we're gonna say it's from wrestling.
I didn't think for your benefit though. I was like, oh, that'll be something new for his content. You won't normally have that.
Yeah, we would normally be scarred to death.
Talking to you about the Poirier and McGregor rematch. What about the third one, huh? What do you see happening in that one?
Boy. So the interesting thing about Conor McGregor is we never know how good he really is. His whole career has been like that, right? We're like, is he hype? And then he shows up and finishes somebody who we didn't think he could, right? Yeah. And then he starches Aldo, right? So you're like, damn, he's for real. Like nobody can beat this guy. And then he goes out and smokes Alvarez. And then he loses to Diaz, who's, Diaz is cool and all, but he's not the upper echelon of fighters. And he comes back and gets it back, right? Because when he's motivated Conor's good. Yeah. He's good at game planning. And he sparked out Dustin before, and then Dustin smoked him this time. So
he killed Cerrone,
that was surprising.
Yeah.
I thought Cowboy would be able to wrestle him, and
So is the motivated Conor coming? This time?
I think that's what happens, right? So this last fight, and everybody kept talking about Dustin's leg kicks, but his check hook was sweet. He was really timing the check hook off of Conor's straight and landing it flush, and that's the one he ended up catching him with because Conor's mobility was impaired too. But I think Conor's team and coaches will have something back for that. So it's like the Diaz fight. Conor was the guy throwing the leg kicks in the second Diaz fight, right?
Yeah.
So he completely changed his game plan. He's never done that before, but he did what he had to do to win the fight. So I think probably Conor has an answer, and I think as a fan, maybe that's wishful thinking, because if Conor loses 2 in a row here, not only has he lost his mystique, but I don't know if he fights again, right?
Well, honestly, he's the only guy that's been able to lose like 4 fights in a row and still command more money, but like if he loses again, that's a big one.
And if he wins, he gets the mystique back. He's back on top.
So
he fights.
He has excuses.
Yeah. But I think it's like GSP. If you avenge the loss, it almost negates it. You're like, okay, I got that cleaned off my record.
It's a trilogy, right? Too.
Yeah, so it's a trilogy. So it's 1-1, and if you got you 2-1, then I'm better than that guy.
And it kind of helps out to the fact that he hadn't fought forever. And then too, it was like the most humble going in and out of it that he was. So it wasn't
Right.
like he had to eat his words or anything.
Yeah.
But
which
but now it's going back the other way.
The trash talking.
Of course.
Version back.
Yeah, it came back.
He has QFs too.
What happened? Did he ever? Did he pay whatever fundraiser that
he
he's
paid
supposed
some
to?
other charity,
Oh yeah.
like the Boys and Girls Club or something. He said he didn't trust Dustin with the money or something. But I think I'm cheering for Dustin actually. So you've been a big MMA fan for a long time too?
Yes. I was watched. I remember. I don't know how old I was because it wasn't live when it happened. But I was a little kid and watching. I think it was UFC 6
Okay.
when the
See,
big
Cage is a bro just like the rest of us guys.
when the huge like sumo wrestler dude
Giga Chad.
was getting freaking hammer fist by the karate guy. I think I broke his hand on him. He got
Yeah.
replaced. Like I was like, I remember watching it and going, "This is insane!" Like it was super entertaining, but also still so young. I was also a little terrified. I was like, "This is kind of violent. This is real."
Really, really real. When you see
Yeah.
5 minutes of leg wrap around somebody,
Well, even then, like that UFC 6, there was still
broken bones.
no weight classes, no rounds, the referee was just there to raise someone's hand at the end. Basically, you could still pull hair and hit the balls and stuff. Like it was crazy.
So for me, what was interesting is like I obviously started watching wrestling first. I mean, I'm an 80s WWF kid.
All right.
And so wrestling is what got me into MMA.
Same.
A lot of it was Ken Shamrock, honestly.
100%, yeah.
Ken Shamrock. Who was the first fighter that you remember, like first big fighter?
Like cheering for, or like
For me, it was like Tito.
it's got to be Ken Shamrock for me.
Shamrock for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the WWF trademark, and I was like, I hated TV.
Well, in the build too, right? I grew up watching bodybuilding and playing with action figures, and so anybody who was jacked, I like instinctively like cheered for.
That was-
Well,
Well, I was even talking to Shamrock at me because he still looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was the impact with me, but I was talking about that too. In WWE, how I feel like no one ever. I mean, he was like a big power guy, but I'm like, dude, Shamrock's had like one of the best builds in that era of all these jack guys in WWF, and no one really like put him up. Yeah, I'm like, dude, he was super. Like when he reffed Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13,
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, look at this guy's arms.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I always was that way. Like Ultimate Warrior, Goldberg, Scott Steiner.
Of course, yeah, Steiner.
I've always been a bro in that sense. I'm like the most jacked of 10 guys who I want to win.
Right. Rocking
Bro.
that Hogan 84 tan.
Yeah. So yeah, I was a big Matt Hughes fan early on, like 2003, 2004, and then I was poor back then, so I obviously wasn't buying pay-per-views. So we would go to Buffalo Wild Wings back in like 06, 07, and catch the big ones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when Brock came over, him and the Randy Couture and the Frank Mir stuff. I mean, I was aware of Frank Mir and Andrei Arlovsky, but I wasn't a fan at that point, probably, of those guys.
Well, that actually I felt like helped like save Frank Mir's career because, he came in, he was hot, they had the motorcycle accident, and he was kind of going nowhere, and then like the Brock Lesnar fight, him winning totally like brought Frank back up.
Yeah.
And then Brock dominated him. The second one was amazing. I loved it, but I actually thought too like they were almost a little biased against Brock in that first one. Like,
Yeah, there's some snootiness, right? It's like, who's this guy coming
Who's
over?
this wrestler coming in?
like because like
Casuals.
like when he was first, I love that he didn't take him down. He punched him and dropped him, got on top of him, and then he's like scrambling, trying to hammer fist him, and Mir's like just feeding him in the back of his head, and Brock's barely even hit him in the back of the head. And then not only did they stop it and restart the fight, they deduct a point
Yeah.
from right out of the way. I'm like, that never happens. I was like, what? And then he just takes him down and gets all over him again, and then he got caught in the knee bar.
I mean,
but
I think visually, like, as quick as he was moving for a big guy, it probably things looked illegal to the ref.
Sure.
This isn't right. Like, you just
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, because he's monstrous, and how quick he was just moving around him and stuff, and just controlling him. I'm like, wow.
Man. Because Bobby Lashley's a great athlete too, and he has
Yeah.
a great MMA record. But the speed at which Brock moved, and fast, man, fast.
Brock, when you talk about that, like he even said, like he wasn't that great of a wrestler. He won the NCAA title, but he just
Yeah,
he
it was just like
it was
D1
just
college wrestling. I'm not that great of a wrestler.
Well, he was saying, I mean, it's not bad, but he goes, it's just more that he was just so big and strong and such a freak athlete at that size that just it was easy for him to be able to handle.
Yeah, because I think
people.
Bobby Lashley's a better amateur wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, he's more technical and
Yeah,
better
it
control.
just Brock's natural just strength and athleticism that just got him to where he is.
And Bobby's another guy I had to watch all his MMA fights too, because I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on over here. I'm here for the freak shows, man. I want to see the muscles.
Right?
I want to see the tall guy, Bob Sapp, you know?
Yeah. The freak.
Bob Sapp,
What was
jeez.
the huge Korean dude?
Oh yeah, Hong Mong Choi.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah. So then once Brock came over, I probably caught everyone. And then that was right at the time where superstars were really popping, right? So Anderson started going on his run. Georgia got the title from GSP, and he had the trilogy there, and then BJ also. And then you had Rashad and all those guys came out at 205. So then you had all these guys coming over from Pride.
Rampage. Just tell him Dan Henderson's always one of his top favorites.
Yeah, you had Hendo come over, Rampage, Shogun, Lyoto, and then John came out around the same time too. So like 09, 10, 11, like the star pop power. And all those guys were unique like wrestlers, right? Like you had Machida, who's like the karate guy, and then Shogun with his little short shorts, and he was like just the nickname. It's like Shogun, right? Like Rampage with his chain howling.
Yeah.
You know,
the hood guy.
Yeah, and then Bones Jones, this tall, skinny, Dalsim looking guy with affliction shirts.
Everyone had their own like affliction shirt. Like Rampage with the.
So what about that? How did affliction become like super cool? Then like, oh, it's super lame if you wore affliction. Like it was like overnight. It was overnight, cool. It's like, oh, they're so lame. You have affliction shirt.
That's how I feel about Nickelback, man. I had all their albums, and everybody was like, "What the hell? Nickelback sucks." And I was like, "Damn, I guess I'll put my Ed Hardy jeans, and my affliction shirt, and My Nickelback CDs away. Didn't know. Daughtry, everybody hated him for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, I like Daughtry. It's the problem. I don't understand. The scene kids were not having it anymore. Yeah, that happened quick.
There was my friend had this was probably like what? Maybe it's one of the teens of the 2000s. My friend had some affliction shirt, and I was like, well, that's cool. I started wearing it. Because it fit perfectly nice too, so maybe more jacked, right? That's just really important here. Not the shirt is. But Melissa would hate it too. She's like, Brian, do you not wear that shirt? You can't wear affliction. Affliction's not cool. I'm like, yeah, but it looks nice. She goes, no.
No.
Like, you gotta take that off. Affliction is not cool at all. You look stupid. I'm like,
damn.
Somebody looks so jacked.
But looks so jacked. You know, with the wrestling scene, so I asked her the same thing. I don't think we got into this last time. We talked about like who we thought was in like the. All right, here's a good one. We'll do MMA and wrestling. Who's on Mount Rushmore?
Oh,
you got four faces.
Absolutely, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
That's what you said. That's what every wrestler's gonna say because the technical.
Right, that's
yeah. And then I mean, I guess you'd have to put Hogan and Rock, or not Hogan and Rock, but Austin and Rock then. Like when Hogan needs to go on there, but like I don't know.
There's only four spaces, right?
Because like Hogan is Austin and Rock, but Austin and Rock just overdid Hogan.
Right.
Then Michaels and oh my goodness, what just happened there? Something just electricity. But then Michaels and Brett have like the technicality on top of everything else. So, and I mean even Austin and Rock are way better workers than Hogan as well.
Right.
But
sweet chin music.
you could have like the no, but I wouldn't put Warrior there. You could have like the older school guys, I guess, with like Macho, Flair, Hogan, and somebody else would go up there for like.
Because you have to
Flat
ask,
generation.
is it the impact of the sport? Is it crossover appeal or is it technical wrestling? Because like, how are we quantifying it?
So I use Brett and Shawn as like two of the best,
Technical.
like just they're phenomenal in every sense of the word. And then Austin the Rock for like absolutely changing the game and bringing in more viewers and money than anybody else.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think who are your four?
Austin Rock. It was Hogan, just because like the old school, and I think it was Shawn for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Shawn's
Yeah, I would say Rocky Maivia.
Maivia, nobody knows who that is. Who's Rocky Maivia? Die, Rocky, die.
Yeah.
What was Stone Cold's WCW name?
The Ringmaster.
The Ringmaster.
No, Stunning Steve Austin was WCW.
Oh yeah,
Ringmaster
Stunning
was
Steve.
Was his Ted DiBiase run in WWF when he got there? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Stunning Steve.
Stunning Steve.
Oh, that's right. And then the Nature Boy.
Woo! Ric Flair's up, yeah. I mean, he's the longest lasting.
And then Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan was the shit. I love Hollywood.
NWWO.
The biggest arms in wrestling. 24-inch pythons. I loved all the NWO remixes.
Yeah, right. The Wolfpack.
Oh yeah. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack.
We
might
need a
end
copyright
up
strike
in
on
a
this bitch. LWO? That was Carlos's jam.
LW.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
La Raza. They had all luchadores. Rey Mysterio was in that, right?
Yo, we didn't put Eddie on Rushmore. Eddie's.
I figured you might go there with it because technical wrestling
I
too.
forgot about Eddie.
Oh, Mount Rushmore is just there's so many limited people now.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
only
it's
four.
too-
So I said Hogan. Yeah, Hogan, Rock,
He's
Stone
definitely
Cold,
second tier.
Ric Flair. Because I'm a showboat. You know. All right, who's the second tier then?
Well, then so
Second and third get real crowded.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, exactly.
because you're just like, oh, you're trying to fit everyone on.
You're like, okay, Taker, Cena, you know, because I was like, my instinct was to say Warrior too, but like, I think greatness has to have duration to
Yeah.
it as well, right?
No, I don't report because like Warrior was super over, but like he didn't do anything to change the game. I wouldn't put Warrior.
Right.
Like that's like Goldberg's not going on there. Like
Right.
no way.
All right, so Pantheon, 4 greatest songs of all time, entrance songs.
Entrance songs. Oh,
Hold on.
boom, easy peasy.
Easy. Like butter, son.
Woo! That's right.
Cherry strawberry, son. That's right. That man is mobile now.
I don't know. Best theme. Oof. I really liked Jericho's WWF one. That was really good.
The countdown one.
The break the walls down.
Yeah.
One gets me really jamming. You know what I really like? I really like the Brawl for All one. Dun dun dun. And they have the little like UFC like stuff in WWE.
Okay.
Just trying to think ones that really get me hyped up for him in the gym. DX for sure too. DX was good.
Yeah.
Even the old school Raw one was good too. I hated it then, but now I like it now. Like the old school
Which one?
like death metal one, like when Raw would open up, we'd go to the warehouse and like Stone Cold, Andre
yeah.
Johnson is like, and you can't understand what they're saying. It's like, "They're in your eye." Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, it was good, man. It's good. This is the nostalgic version.
Yeah. What about you, Kraus? Top 4 songs.
Top 4. Definitely The Rock's entrance.
Okay.
It's
Which
it's-
one?
Which one?
Not the first one. It's the one that had more instruments to it.
There's one I know because they always have like different variations that
Yeah.
get better and worse. Like I actually liked when he came back. He only had like the big Hollywood
The
opening.
Hollywood
party.
one.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
yeah. The entrance there.
It's
His-
all like, yeah. It's all the doom,
So like the, yeah.
doom, doom.
I can do a glass break.
You know what? You know what? Too, like people might not realize as well. I used to think like Razor Ramon and Stone Cold's music is kind of the same thing. It's
Yeah.
just it's better to slow down. Yeah, because Stone Cold's is psh, da 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 da, and then Razor's is doom doom.
It's just like a slower.
Oh yeah.
The pitch is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
good ear.
also Val Venus and Rick Martel are the same music as well, which I didn't realize, which is super old school from each other. And Kurt Angle's music is phenomenal. And I never realized that was the same music as Patriots. And then when the Wilkes had it, I hated the song. I hated Patriot. But the exact same, like exactly the same music. But when Kurt Angle had it, it was awesome. Just do. Yeah, it's so good.
All right, so you got one.
You gotta throw in HBK.
Okay.
Sexy
Robert Kidd.
boy.
Okay.
You'll go back to 2 band. Oh,
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's. He's at least on the second tier of Mount Rushmore too. So Kurt
Right.
Angle,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
amazing, man. And the best ever. I don't care what it is, the best ever outside like athlete, if you will,
Sure.
for sure, like 100%.
Right. Of course.
So we got HBK. We got The Rock. I would say. Yeah, definitely Stone Cold. Like
Okay.
that glass shattering.
Yeah.
That's iconic right there.
What?
And then
Well, WWF Volume 2,
What?
when we play it, goes, "You are completely pathetic," and then he says that, and then the glass. I had all the albums for all the
Yeah.
music, all of them.
I like. I'm gonna go Vince McMahon's.
I was
No
gonna say,
chance
no
in
chance.
hell.
That's what you got.
You know what? I love
With the billionaire strut, yeah.
I do love the electric guitar riff of the Undertaker's version too. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was a really hot one.
Dude, I think
What about-
WCW, WCW had the music, man. I actually like Goldberg's entire entrance.
What? No.
Yeah, bro.
No.
Yeah. NWO, for sure. I like both of them. I like the Hollywood and the Wolfpack.
Oh, those are both good. They had a bunch, like they had some okay, but they were like they
Probably-
were catchy, but they were like man, like I remember
Cena,
I
bro.
liked Chris Benoit's music in WCW. Which was
Cena.
awesome.
Oh wait, Eddie Guerrero's, yeah. Latino Heat.
Yeah.
With the low rider coming in.
That's right. Well, I'm not saying entrance. I'm saying song.
Okay.
Because there's been a lot of dope
Latino
entrances.
Heat.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Probably think the song is about you. He's so vain. Did you think the song's about you? He's like, why wouldn't it be?
I hate that song though.
I hate that song. So now you really feel. Yeah, it's like in MMA. It's just like the greatest fighters. It's like the song that stand out, right? The people with the longest title runs, you know. Although like, I hate whatever Khabib song is. I hate that crap. I don't know what it is. It's like some lady singing. I don't speak the language, so pull that arm across.
This one?
Yeah. And Connor's like, no, it's
Yeah, that's cool because it goes with his name. But
and then I liked when he came out to the fight he lost, El Chapo. I am the God. When he was like doing the El Chapo impersonations.
That was
Keep pulling across. Yeah. But that's why everybody loves Connor, because like, you know, in MMA, the characterization of them, like Cowboy Cerrone was like a cowboy, right? Diego Sanchez was like a like crazy fighting Mexican. And so they were the personalities, kind of like if you took wrestling personalities and made them into something. And when Reebok came in, they just wiped all that out.
yeah. Because no one had any individualism anymore.
Yeah, like the clothes they wore, the music, the way they moved. That kind of sucked, you know? Let's do one more at an angle right here. So, maybe pull straight down. Yeah. No chance. That's what you.
That's a good one.
That's the one.
That's a good one too. When Connor does that backstage, you see where he's like walking like Vince. He's like, no chance.
Yeah. The worst one for me is the Shane McMahon one when he comes running out with his kids and like jumping back and forth. Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, I like Shane McMahon's music.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, but
money talks.
Yeah, but when they're like running back and like running over here, running over here, like stop that. Stop that right now.
She takes like the craziest bumps though.
Ching, ching,
Yeah.
blink at the chatter.
Vince
Let's
too,
talk
actually.
about
Give
Vince
him props,
too.
bro.
Don't
They took
matter.
some bumps. You know?
Got that cologne. It's called Brand New Money.
Yeah, good call. I think your humor should just slide back a little bit.
Oh, it's just freaking real man hits right there.
His soft tissue feels like reminds me of Greg's. Or Greg. Also, he's naturally mobile. Like his tissue sinewy. How about there?
Yeah, and I always feel like whenever we work on it too, even Carlos and stuff, it always feels like a little better afterwards.
For a while.
Yeah.
So you can fall on it again.
All right.
So you pick somebody up and they fall on you.
Yeah. So I curl away, so I do something.
That's the thing about fighters and wrestlers. Like, well, that was good. Now go and do it all.
Yeah.
They go land on shit and
Oh, I feel great. And then you just like, what happened? Why I went and did it again?
like, I got dropped on my head and
Yeah.
jumped off a turnbuckle.
That's like my best in the first video we did. Where I'm like, oh, I keep my arm back, and you did that, and I'm like, whoa, holy crap!
Yeah.
You can't even come over me right now. Like,
Go back again like that. Keep going back. Keep going. It's still pretty good. You made more. You've got more now than you did then. You know, more ability.
boom.
I think these guys have been working on you, healing you. You probably weren't getting good body work out in Cali, yeah?
I mean, there's only one girl that just she didn't do anything besides just it's basic soft tissue stuff. So, boom.
Make sure you guys go over there. Follow him on Instagram. This is Brian Cage, right?
Brian Cage Instagram, Brian
Twitter?
Cage on this, Brian Cage on no. Twitter's Mr. GMSI_B Cage. I thought it was a phenomenal
world?
name when I made it up, but it sucks.
Is that like an AIM name or something?
Well,
Like-
because everyone has all these like little this and that in between. Mr. GMSI is one of my monikers, which stands for Mr. Get My Shit In, which is a wrestling term and a whole long story. Mr. GMSI, then _B Cage would be cool instead of just Brian Cage.
It's not Burger King?
But no, but it's blue check box. If I change it, I lose it. So
Oh,
can't
he's
change
verified, folks. He's verified.
it's the struggle.
He's not TikToking, so don't go
No,
there.
hey, don't go there. There's nothing to find
Don't go
TikTok.
there. IG.
You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/Brian Cage, buy some swag, some Wolverine swag.
Buy some swag with your money. Do it. Support
Yeah.
the man. Make sure you're representing. You get some of these.
Yeah, some Wolverine footage. Right? Look at that.
That's a pretty epic shirt, man. I'm gonna have to buy some myself. So go check him out. Sponsors. He's always needing more sponsors. He just shot some dope ass content with Redcon.
Yes, sir.
Kai Green. Go check out all that new content. He's gonna be posting a bunch of stuff weightlifting wise soon too. So if you want to see this Wolverine, get it on. Go follow this man. All right. See how that does.
I think that feels. Hey, come here.
Whoa! Oh! Ah!
Feels good. Feels real good.
Jesus. All right, man. We'll kick some ass. Carlos, you all right, man? Well, I'll find a new guy.